We need to hear her on the radio with the
Captain.
captain, and we're just like, okay.
They need to come back together.
No. Do you remember that SNL sketch of the lost ending to "It's a Wonderful Life"?
I've never watched SNL, so no.
I watched SNL, but not that much when I was a kid. But I watched my family, but no, I don't. What is love? Never get tired of that one.
I mean, I know that, but that's like ubiquitous.
Mhm.
I mean, like the Spanish. Never mind.
Why are you bothering me about? I haven't done or said anything yet. Oh my god. He's gone mad with the car.
I think he's bobbing you just because you did the curry emote.
Oh. I see how it is.
The curry emote is like the quintessential, you know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? You feeling my vibes?
And literally everybody else was doing the peanut emote, and you put down the curry emote.
Peanut's like, what's going on?
Anyway, good evening, crewmates. We are once again playing Baron Breakfast.
Ben and Berkfist.
Baron and Breakfast. I believe we are, if I understand correctly, we are approaching the. We're getting close to the ending-ish.
Yeah, if this might be the finale if Rick doesn't go for like 100% completion on everything, to like get all the museum pieces and all the arcade machines and all that kind of stuff.
We discussed what 100% would entail before you hopped in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we all agree that that's not stream-worthy material.
No, it's really not. There's a lot of just standing around awake for 9 o'clock and then hitting the sleep button and then getting
Hey,
money.
what did I say?
Yeah.
24,000.
Right, okay. My alternate plans have kicked in, so I am going to bow out quietly.
Okay.
Have a good night, Game Ace.
Catch you later.
Hi, Greg. Fancy seeing you here.
It's Chris Savinjica.
It is great. See, here's the thing: is when I read that, my mind says Greggle.
Greggle. That sounds like that makes me think of Fraggle. Down in
Yeah.
Greggle Rock. Down in Greggle Rock. And then that makes me wonder if Greg's just a Muppet.
I have met him, and no, he is not a Muppet. He is a cue ball, though.
Jeez.
You mean he plays pool? I didn't know that.
We're just joking around, Greg. I said if you, yeah, I'm Muppet. I sense something is on your mind. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
You know anything about the old building to the east? The west?
That is an old mountain shelter built long before any of the ski cabins were ever started. Now it is just a home to a sorrowful fate. Inside it lives Sion, an elder bear cat that's been in there for a long time. But he's also not keen on leaving as far as I could gather. He's not been very responsive to me or anyone over the years. You could, of course, try your own luck.
I definitely had to go Google what a Binturong was after I met this character.
Weirdly enough, I was familiar with those already because I saw one at the LA Zoo years and years ago, and I was.
I've never seen one in real life.
They picture like a heavy set, like a heavy set cat-looking thing Oh, here we go.
Check.
Hmm.
All right.
I know your name is Xion. You okay?
Do not speak. Do not speak that name.
Oh, sorry. I heard it from someone else.
Oh, gotta speak that name. Is that as its bearer?
You don't look dead to me, I think.
No, indeed. The Frost likes to play around with you that way. Never sharp enough to deal lethal blow. But rather keep you on the edge of becoming a pallid corpse.
Can I help? I can make some fire.
Do not assume, do not assume you know what I've suffered through. And that you could simply fix it. Like you fixed the lodges for those demons to return.
Oh. I see. What do you do here?
Nothing! I do nothing! Nothing but sit and freeze. That is what I do. And that's why Kitsune doesn't speak to the demons.
I get you something warm to eat, maybe?
You fool! There's nothing in this world that could ever begin to warm these old insides.
Is that a challenge?
It is nothing but a shallow attempt at sympathy.
Sounds like a challenge to me!
Oof.
Time to cook some soup.
So I
What
realize
I
she's
need
up.
for Hardee's. Do I have any? Check.
She's got an upper class old lady vibe.
Anyway, so yeah, Binturong's looks like kind of a heavyset cat thing that sits up in trees, and the mustache is not inaccurate because it has considerable whiskers. So there you go. They're really cool.
Okay. Bye.
I had a feeling she was some sort of a seal. I was like, what?
They're not very interesting to watch because they're one of those animals that just like lazes around all day and does not give a shit about tourists. So, but they're really cute.
Hardee's soup. Carrot, bean, potato, herb, onion. Herbs. Yeah, 3.
That's pretty good.
Perfect.
Looks rather good.
Only because I didn't have enough potatoes to make any more. PC.
Oh, sorry. Here. Oof.
I brought you something. I thought you needed more than usual, so I made more than usual.
I told you, your efforts are quite futile. Futile, savory.
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 You say savory in Canada?
I
Or
guess.
he just never said that word before.
Probably never said that word before. Give it
How
here.
could you though? Savory's such a good spice.
You like it?
Oh. You've done quite the impossible feat. You've given me a memory. A memory I thought was long forgotten. Oh yes, there isn't anything in this world quite as magnificent as a shady branch on a hot summer morning. At the end of the day, it's still only you that needs to be satisfied, so be mindful of the branches in life is a good idea. Sometimes the best thing you could do for yourself is nothing at all. But as I quickly learned, that philosophy only works when you're content with the little that you're born with. My regularly scheduled nothing was interrupted one day by those that are never content. They chased me for hours and finally cornered and trapped me. I was suddenly just a trophy, something to be taken and sold. Forever doomed to a life of nothing by force. I remember I thought was forgotten long ago.
No. Can I help you? Do you want to get out of here?
There was nothing in the world I wouldn't want a few years. Now, I have nothing to return to. Time has passed over me and over the world. The creature that came here is gone, and so is its home. Placed by me. And I lived here in this rundown, cold ruin.
But
I will continue this debate no longer. I leave you with something in return for your soup. There are dark forces you do not understand that govern this world. They sometimes torment my dreams and bother my sleep. The answers you seek are behind doors locked by these forces. You must find 3 horned devils by the sea. They will lead you where you wish to go.
Okay. 3 horned devils by the sea.
Profound.
I hate this one because there are technically 2 answers that I think both work for this, and the correct answer is the less clever one.
Be right back.
My name Glitch. That's horrible. You should
Homer?
feel upset.
It's been Turox.
It's been too long since he's been home.
Two rights don't make a bit. Two big rights don't make a bit. Okay, I can't.
Talking to the bats again?
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, Stoker was doing this.
What the?
What the?
Get low,
Get out of this guy.
Where do you
Where did you
get
get
off
off
coming into the dark brood's
Brood's
lair?
lair?
It didn't look that dark to me.
Typical wise guy. Your flesh looks nice and tender, just like he likes it.
Thank you.
Yes. Nice and juicy.
You're about to see. I count 1, 2, 3 weird-looking devils. Do you know anything about dark forces?
Do we
Do
know?
we know? Ah!
He's killing me
Killing
over
me
here.
over here.
Whoa there, guy. We know nothing on an
nothing
empty
of an
stomach. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
We want something nice and juicy for ourselves. If we were to know anything, that is.
I've thought about it, and you can't have a bite of me.
Ew, what
Ew,
are you?
why are
A
you-
ding dong? That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
We could never go on his turf, but we could go for some nice peaches. Those are real nice and juicy. Yeah, but not that any peaches. They better be nice and cooked and tender-like. And there better be enough for all of us.
So you're very small, so that's not going to be trouble. The peach cobbler. Where do I even get peaches?
Probably from
Are
the
there peaches here?
greenhouse.
No, there aren't any.
Or you get peaches here.
There are no peaches in. There's lemons in. That's the only peach there.
No, because the greenhouse also has like beans and peppers and
It's
other
a tree
stuff you
fruit.
get. Oh, tree fruit.
Okay, peach cobbler.
Oh, chats! I'm having fun playing this game with ya. Oh, it's fun to play the bad guy sometimes.
Miller, you monster.
Sugar, lemon, flour.
I'm not sure actually what the new form is myself. I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Why are you so cruel today? Yeesh.
Miller's the bird. He's the bird.
You know, looking back, I did actually hear something saying savory, but I forgot I never read the word, and that's the way I read it. Shoot.
Yeah, savory is a. There's two definitions to it. There's describing something as tasting meat-like, and there's also the spice savory, which is very good on chicken. If you ever make a chicken rub, anybody in chat, and you think of what spices to use, toasted paprika and savory are just a great place to start.
Oh shit, you're talking my language.
Cool. Peach cobbler.
Miller, is it a brand or is it just called savory?
No, that's the name of a spice.
Oh, okay, okay.
Same as you would call it cinnamon or coriander
Right.
or long pepper or whatever else.
I wonder if I've ever had this. I'm not actually sure if I have. I've never cooked with that before. I mean, I know the word savory, of course, but...
Well, you got our peaches?
I do. Got 3 peach cobblers for you.
Good. Yeah, these will do. So what do you want to know? Has he come to you? Has he talked to you?
He?
Yeah, the Bloody Prince.
The sanguinary sovereign.
Good name.
The bird
Bird
god.
God.
I don't think so. I don't know. I've never heard of anyone like that.
But you are looking for him, correct? Otherwise, what are you doing? Fetching peaches for a bunch of good-looking weirdos.
Well, I've had some weird dreams lately.
So he has paid you a visit.
Visit.
Is this a dream? Dreams?
Yes, that's his usual MO. Before he hunts your flesh and feasts on your remains. He terrorizes your dreams to tenderize your brain. For better eating, you know. The fewer thoughts, the better. Less chewy.
I am both scared and also do not believe a word you're saying.
Oh no? Well, don't come to us when you'll be just another bag of bones for his pile.
I don't think you thought that one through.
Listen, if you're so sure he does not exist, we challenge you.
Challenge you.
Yes, we challenge you to prove that he does not exist. That's how it's usually done, yeah. Go to the Forbidden Forest, the Dark Grove. To the east, you'll find an entrance to the cave. West. That's the last place we saw him. Or we think we did. He doesn't like to be seen. Yes. Once there, find and bring us evidence that he does not exist. It's the only way to prove your theory, of course. They're just going to completely ignore the fallacy that it's impossible to prove a thing does not exist.
Found anything? Bet you didn't even go.
I did, actually. I found this feather.
That was quick.
Yeah, I went there earlier.
You what?
What?
Found a feather?
Feather.
A feather from him?
Him. This is it. This proves everything. We knew it.
You were right to be scared. Your body felt it before your mind caught up.
Maybe that fear in your spine was just your survival instinct trying to save you. If it only knew better than to even try, the bird god is real.
The bloody Prince of Darkness lives. He roams the dark caves. We knew we saw him with our own eyes. We did!
He has a dark figure, bloodshot eyes, and giant scaly wings.
His monstrous wings shed bloody feathers every day, making way for new ones.
His sharp claws and needle-like jaws can tear through a coconut, yes!
And he will bring us wrath upon the world once again.
Oh,
hail the bird
god!
You
have
have
found evidence. It's so clear now.
You
must go find him.
find him.
Yes, you must.
No, I certainly mustn't.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, he calls for you. You must seek him. Gondor calls for Bear.
You know where you must go.
You know where you must go to find him.
Yeah.
The cave. The
The
cave.
cave.
How could we have been so
You're so
blind?
blind.
Don't answer that. On our last voyage there, we found this key on the ground.
Well,
we found the little fuzzy thing. The key came with it. It might be useful inside the cave. The cave!
What if I refuse to go back to look for your bird god?
Then he will come.
Then he will come looking first.
Alright, solid argument.
Go to the cave. Find the bird dog. Thank you, Greg, for laughing at my stupid joke.
I started putting up Paul Bear fight there. Yee. Summon the bird god. Yes.
So then I need to put some stuff away. Or possibly throw some more things away.
I ordered the savory spice. I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Do it.
I do a lot of chicken, so I think I'm gonna rock it. You said, what did you say? You said savory spice and like what, paprika?
Savory and toasted paprika.
Okay. I'll do it. We'll rock it.
Oh my god. Boxer, come on. Just ask a question.
She's like, if I only look in the mirror, Medusa, it'll be okay, right? What if I only look at Medusa on the monitor? Anyway,
Rosemary is your go-to chicken herb. See, I associate rosemary so much more with steak. Right? You take your steak, you get a good sear on it, and then you baste it with butter and rosemary and garlic.
I really like, I like rosemary on steak. I like sage on steak, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you take like a sprig of it and slosh it all over the butter when you're, anyway.
Yeah, a few.
Nope, that's your. You went through the dungeon, and now you get to come back out the rear entrance door.
Oh wait, the key with the fuzzy. This way. Right?
Has Stoker said if he's gonna be here tonight?
He's not gonna make it.
Damn it.
Sorry. I give him a poke, but
Of all the characters that he needs to voice, it
I'll do
needs to be the one referred to as the bird god, whose name is
Stoker. Oh
Glad.
no! Oh, I have to. Oh, hold on. I need. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's about time already. I've been waiting for ages.
Hello?
Well, don't just stand there with a smart look on your face. I'm famished.
Are you the bird god?
God, King, Lord, Emperor, pick your favorite. As long as you bring me something to eat at once. I am Vlad, and you shall not address me directly.
Look at that. That's scarier than I thought.
Oh, I'll turn into something scary, all right. Unless you get me something edible soon, I might just have to devour you.
You have significantly fewer teeth than I thought.
Quickly now, something red and delicious, something I can really sink my significantly fewer teeth in.
So what will it be? Blood of a newborn?
Don't be ridiculous. I think your lord will go for some beets. I trust you still grow those around here.
Beats. Okay.
Dark Lord Castle beats.
Dusty key. Dark Lord and some chips. Watching his weight.
It's like Marcelian vampire rules. He just needs to drink the red out of things.
Yeah.
Stoker, why are you in the chat and not the voice? Why are you in Twitch chat and not the voice chat?
Stokes is being a butt.
He is being a butt. I assume he's preoccupied, but still, that's upsetting.
What can I say? I thought about doing a
laws of nature.
I thought about doing a raspy voice, but in case Vlad there has like a long soliloquy, I don't think I want to do that to my throat.
Yes, yes. Good on you. Where's the discount Stoker when we need him? I'm trying to even think of what a discount Stoker would be. I was about to say Adam Driver. I'm like, no, Stoker's a discount Adam Driver.
Oh, that's rude, sir.
Are you kidding me? You know how like top of his game Adam Driver is? Top of everybody's game?
See, but now I'm picturing him like done up the way Stoker dresses. It's weird.
I mean, I can assume he does so just to dodge a paparazzi, maybe.
Pickled beet eggs. And Boxer, you're way overthinking it.
See? This is the point in an RPG where you need to have the paladin is sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out how they can outsmart all the traps, and the barbarian is just like, "Fuck it, run in!"
Punch things.
Leroy Jenkins it.
No, you fool! It's an intricate puzzle designed to test out punch things.
There was a video I saw on YouTube the other day where a guy was talking about his campaign he was running, and he was just like, "Yeah, so we're setting up to like have the party at this wedding, and then like this bad guy was gonna come in and disrupt the wedding and like kill the groom or whatever, and then the party's goal is gonna be to avenge him or whatever." And what happened is the wizard rolled an insight check or like a telepathy check on the groom and bride, and they found out that the bride was not super excited about the wedding, and she was basically being forced to do this wedding, and she didn't really care much about the groom. And so the party decided that they were going to knock out the groom, kidnap the princess, and like take her away from this so that she didn't have to go through with the wedding. And then the guy was just like, it threw off literally everything I had done. But then now the campaign is, the dwarven militia are now chasing down the party because they kidnapped the dwarven princess. And now they have to deal with that. They're just like, it completely ruins everything for the story, but the players just loved it.
You brought me my beets.
Yep, got him right here.
Give it here. Oh, finally, something to appease the royal stomach. What's taken you so long, anyway? I've been waiting here for what felt like ages. Is the ceremony ready?
What? No, I don't even know who you are.
Peasants. They keep me waiting all this time, and they finally send over peasants. Listen, you, and listen well. Your king shall not be treated this way.
King who?
King, God, whatever you see me as. I was quite happy in my old land, even without my special title. I could even say that the modest amenities there were better than these royal chambers.
I think we have a very different definition of royal, mister.
I can't believe they sent such a simpleton after all this time.
I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything kingly about this place. It's a hole in the ground, an abandoned one.
Abandoned? How dare you? These are clearly imperial grounds. You wouldn't know noble blood if it executed you in the town square.
Why have you been locked in the royal chambers for all this time?
Because of the preparations, of course.
Now, I know you said that this the hotel building thing was part of the game was done. But wouldn't it be like the perfect ending to just like build this guy like a better bedroom?
Yeah.
Nice. It is by It is by my endless grace that I allow you to hear this explanation only this once. I was chosen as oh, he's cute. I was chosen as next in line for the divine throne by my royal followers. They came to my home and took me on my regal trip towards my new kingdom, post-haste. It was quite a brutal journey, even by servant standards. For the good of the realm and my own protection, the guards brought me here, to the Imperial, Dark Cellar. Here I would await the ceremony preparations to be complete. I should be summoned for my coronation shortly. They do like to take their time. It is by my... Oh, I already said that. Can't believe I have to explain myself to a provincial.
I see. Well, at least you're not the bloodthirsty bird god looking to hunt me for sport.
How rude.
That's what your weird little followers told me.
If you mean the 3 gremlins smelling around the caves for a whiff of my royal behind. Oh, sorry, should have done this. I carry no such entourage. And you can very much inform them that absent a coronation ceremony, I am to be left alone.
I don't think there's gonna be one, Vlad.
Oh no? Why else would I be brought all this way then? You are simply not well informed enough to grasp the intricacies of high-level diplomatic arrangements. I will be here awaiting my servants. If you are not intelligent enough to be one, then be gone from my sight. Pfft, not royal chambers, what a churl!
So, was there anything in there? Did you see him?
I hate to break it to you fellas, there aren't any gods. Definitely not any bird ones.
Ha! I told you he'd be too scared to go.
I went through the entire cave and I found your bird god.
No, you didn't. You're still alive.
He's alive.
I did actually. His name is Vlad, and he has a considerably smaller amount of teeth than I was told.
But feathers!
Feathers.
Turns out parrots shed feathers, especially when forced into a tiny room.
That's impossible.
Impossible.
Oh, and he asks that you don't go creeping on him anymore. He's got other priorities.
This
That doesn't make any
sense.
The vision in the dream said to look for it. Look for the bird god.
I'm starting to think that we should all skip late dinners before bed.
It was just our
Maybe it was
imagination.
just our imagination. I haven't dreamed it in a while.
Yeah, me neither. Not since the night of fire after the bear died.
So that settles it then. The what?
Yeah, the big fire.
Were you born yesterday?
What's that about a bear? There's no other bears in the valley except me and my mom.
Yeah, there was. They died in the fire, we think. How do you not know about that?
I don't know.
It was a big deal. That doesn't usually happen.
Who was the bear? Did you know them? How did it happen?
Look, guy, you mind taking your unexpected revelations elsewhere?
We kind of have our
Kind of
own to deal with here.
Yeah, besides, it's not us you should be asking about bears around here. Our flavor is murderous, ruthless gods. And those aren't even in, apparently.
Yeah, I'll find someone else to ask.
Don't let it stop ya.
Find someone else to ask about the bear? Well, I guess that'd only be Mom, so...
That is true.
Mom, did you have a secret friend that you didn't want to tell me about?
Hello, dear. Are you alright? You seem a little off.
Hey, Ma. Yeah, I'm okay. I've got something I need to ask you.
Anything? Did something happen?
No, I'm alright. You know anything about another bear in the valley?
Oh.
I thought it was just the two of us.
Of course it's just us, dear. Who else could it be?
I don't remember a lot about the fire. I was so little.
Hank, dear, I'm feeling a little cold in my fingers. Would you mind bringing your own ma a nice hot cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, of course, Ma.
Lyndon will do if you could.
A lot of this is just going back to kitchens and tea.
Yeah, see, this is why I think you could have been doing this while doing the hotel stuff, because this is all just meet person, get them food. Meet person, get them food. Meet person, get them food. Ugh. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that's deflection! She's deflecting! She knows something!
And then she takes the bus.
He also disappears. Takes a boat. Bye! Not answering anything. And literally every single character in the game leaves you one by one. You're left alone. The fate of the landlord.
Everybody pulls a barber on Hank. Wow.
You're no longer useful to me, so I don't know you anymore. Goodbye!
You're too awkward.
And-
Bye.
And then... Honey ginger. Good.
Oh no, chat on the same wavelength as we are. Wow.
Hey, ginger. Here I have some. Well, it just says linden tea. Is spicy linden tea different? I don't think so. Spicy linden tea. Then
Did you make some tea?
Yes, here. Careful of Tot.
Ah, just a little spicy. It's perfect. Just like you, my dear baby.
Ma, do you know anything about another bear?
You make such great tea. You should open a tea shop.
I don't even know what all the flowers look like. I just know how the water boils. Hey!
A bit too sweet, maybe.
Ma,
Yes?
is there something you're not telling me?
Ah. Hank, my dear boy. My dear, dear boy. You're adopted. I've always told you that your name came from the spirits, Hank. Well, in a way, it did. It was your brother who picked it. His name was Artie, and he was the best kid anyone could ask for. All the nonsense and myths about the gods, they're all stories to scale children. But I won't lie and say I didn't pray to them that evening. Oh, that night, the night of fire, the universe was merciless. The sky felt so heavy, even before the sunset, you could tell death was in the air. Artie was afraid of the fire would spread, and he left to save his friends. He never came back. All he found was his burnt hat and torn clothes pierced by these black stone needles. Huh. The fire went on for over a week. We ran and ran until we managed to escape here, this little corner of the woods. It's where we finally stopped to rest. It was just the two of us from then on trying to survive. You, me, and the pain that kept us company for all these years. I shouldn't have let him go. I never told one or so about this.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, Hank. I'm sorry I haven't told you after all this time. I was afraid. I thought if you knew it would make it real again. Bring the pain back and tempt death again somehow. To come back, take you home, or take you to.
No, Ma. No, I won't. I won't let it.
Sorry I lied to you.
I understand. It's okay. I'm just a little surprised, I guess.
I already loved you a lot. You were so strong, but also kind and caring. You were just as much. After that night, I didn't think I was going to make it. But you kept me afloat. Made me keep going.
I'm sorry, Ma.
You have nothing to be sorry about, my dear baby boy. You have an amazing, kind soul. But you always share with others. Always so carefully. I'd like you to have this. It's something that kept Artie close to me all these years. I think it's time he was by your side for a while.
Thanks, Ma. Thanks for telling me.
I love you, dear. Onyx.
Love you too, Ma.
Moose. Did we ever figure out what that statue was for?
Nope. Handbox, you're way overthinking this.
I will say, it's not the root new form, but there is some new functionality. If you leave the polymorph field blank, or if you type the word random, it will polymorph into something random. It will, when it does a random polymorph, it will always change it into something that's not the thing it currently is, and it will not hit any secret forms.
I'll do it. Is it? So I just type in random?
Yes.
All right.
Random or leave it blank.
Okay. First talking to Charlotte. Stoker's not here to voice Charlotte. Somebody else do it.
GG?
I'll go with it. That's
Got some.
something for
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yes, ma'am. This is a weird gift from Tony.
Ah, yes. The industrious beaver. Always so hardworking. Never had someone to share the fruits of his labor with. Strange creatures, fathers, widely different from one family to another. You can always spot a good one from a mile away, just by the look in their eye when watching their hatchlings. I suppose the same goes for the bad ones, but they're not usually preoccupied with keeping an eye on their kin. Of course you never met yours, have you?
No, ma'am. How'd you know?
What? Be the local bog witch and not know these things? I'd be ushered away in second. In any case, behold, the hallowed ball bearings. The symbol of a father's love, something some folks search for their entire lives.
I mean, I'm impressed that she took a bag of ball bearings and turned it into a ring bearing with just a couple of flowers.
Hey, mister, fancy seeing you around here again. I'm sure Sweetie had to help out Wade. I hope he's doing alright.
Sure he's found his way to, safety.
Yeah, well, it was sure nice to have a friend again. We don't get many of these around here. Only to make them yourself while digging through the mud. Those don't say anything and I got bored pretty quickly.
I never get bored. It doesn't take much to entertain myself.
Me neither. I used to visit the old arcade near the lighthouse before. You had the coolest games. That was never boring. That sounds like yummy. Hey, listen. You have to go wherever you want. You think you could go find me a cool video game? Well, you're the best thing I ever dug out from the mud. So mysterious, no one knows how it works. Not even Miss Charlotte. This is like 8-year-old me.
Just
You wouldn't-
Boxer. Miller specifically said that random does not trigger any of the secret forms.
Correct.
I'm in Tesla said to be in there. Be in the mollusk corner. But I want to see lobster west now. That needs to be canon.
Oh, jeez. No, it wouldn't be just lobster. It'd be a homerid.
It'd be a what?
A homerid? Have you not seen that before? Is it D&D or is it specifically Magic the Gathering?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, it's specifically Magic the Gathering. It's like a lobster crab people.
God, I've never heard of this.
Homarid. Yeah, they're specifically from Magic the Gathering. They're like lobster people.
Nice.
So, did you find anything?
Yes, found one.
Yes! This is amazing! How can I ever repay you? Wait, I already said how. Okay. The most perplexing object in all of existence, according to Miss Charlotte, at least. No one can explain how it works or why, but it just does. Here, take
Magnet.
it. Thank you.
How do these
Smash.
goddamn magnets work?
Yeah, beep. Magnets.
Okay, so Mom gave you the... What did she give you again?
Onyx shard.
Okay. You can use that in the caves in the Dark Forest. That's the next story bit.
I was gonna go there next, but Steve Federick got it because he didn't know.
Oh my
What?
god! What the hell? It really, wait, when it was it really Miller?
Yes, it was.
If I put an Easter egg in this thing, I'm making it as self-indulgent as I want to.
I mean,
Around Ash.
the only question you had to ask is, did Rick have any input on this secret?
Federick says, that wasn't even 5 seconds. Give me back that voice. No! It's a secret.
It's a secret to everyone.
Gets to be as foolish and as obtuse and pointless as possible. Because the point is not that it is useful or worthwhile or anything.
And silk sheets, huh? Okay. Oh, look, another door. Onyx tine.
This is gonna be.
I thought I told you to move. You take on a great risk for coming here. I'm surprised you found your way in.
What are you?
Silent! You are to speak only when spoken to. This is not your parrot friend Cellar. I am Eris, and I do not respond to any inquiries. Unless I am required to.
Are you required to?
Do not tempt fate.
You are just as guilty as them for opening the way again.
Opening the way for who? People?
I said silence! If you wish to ask a question, I will grant you one answer. But it must be one. One question, one answer.
Curious about humans.
So,
What do you know about people?
humans are a walking, talking plague upon the world. They are capable of creating means they do not comprehend. Means of creation and means of destruction. And they are easily manipulated. They do not value each other life around them unless it is to their benefit. They sometimes barely value their own. Their stupidity brought immeasurable destruction to this land, bringing suffering to themselves, but also the animals.
What about the animals?
One question, one answer.
A lot of stuff around.
Oh. Hope we don't mind us looting your yard, Mr. Fox.
Or Linden.
It's only Eris, you know, the god of chaos.
Isn't Eris a she?
Yeah. The goddess, you're right. And
What about us? What do you know about animals?
animals are nothing if not less destructive humans. Animals do not seek to live beyond their means. Survival is both a noble and self-sustainable goal that animals do not seek to overstep. They are more sincere and less volatile than humans. That is why the god aspects keep their animal form, instead of appearing human.
Do gods are real? Are you a god?
One question, one answer.
I really do not learn. Okay, I will ask one more question. Not one more question, just one question. Okay, I will ask one question.
Yes.
Okay, what do you know about gods?
Gods are simple to perceive, but difficult to understand. We are aspects of the world concentrated into a conscious form. We are not born, we are an accumulation of energies emitted by the universe. Every world is different, and every universe radiates different energies that assemble different gods. I am one of them. In this universe, I am the god of disorder and fear.
That checks out.
This world has another 4.
What are they?
One question, one answer. Get it through your thick, fatty skull.
Okay, I'll ask again.
Think very carefully about your next question. It could very well be your last.
I guess, which one of the gods looks like a bird?
What? Is that your question?
Yeah, it's the only one I saw in my dream.
You saw Kai in your dreams? That is not possible.
So it's Kai then? What are they god of?
One question, one answer.
Come on! I've asked like 20 questions already. Just give me a straight answer.
Are you lying?
I'll tell you if you tell me what's going on.
Very well. In an ideal universe, humans would not have to exist, yet they do, which proves just as far from ideal this one truly is. But in actuality, nothing is universal, and neither are humans. Some are indeed born with capacities for more than just self-interest. Whether that can be considered good or bad depends on who you address the question to. In the same terms, neither are all animals strictly beneficial to the precise flow of nature. Some are innately built with destructive tendencies.
Like Jonas here.
In reality, no creature born from this order will ever adhere to one rigid set of structures.
Oh,
Either are capable of both good and bad. As it is governed by the gods, who are by their very nature the fruit of this orderly chaos. I, Aris, exist through disorder and the abundance of fear it innately carries. Vara nurtures regret and envy, both in ample reserve throughout this world. Arbos reflects both wisdom and skill, although not exactly in high demand as of late. Time perpetuates violence and apathy, forces that have no trouble thriving on their own. Although suspiciously dormant for a while. And Kai, the oldest of us, who exists through the accumulation of order and light. Both of which have been extremely dim in recent times. That is how the universe is governed in harmony. Or perhaps how it should be. A disruption occurred in recent times. I do not know what it involved, but I know that it was strong. Humans enacted an amount of pain and destruction of overwhelming proportions. Kai has been absent since. I have been here, trying to prevent another occurrence. Now speak. What did you see?
I saw a dark figure with what looked like wings and very bright blue eyes.
How could you see Kai? You have been making great efforts to entice humans back into this valley.
Like you said, not all people are bad. Some are actually really nice, but some can really suck.
Why would he appear to you?
Hey, one question, one answer, bud. A lot of them just like to leave trash everywhere, though.
Before the disruption, Kai reached out to me. They left a relic. An onyx stone. A relic darker than the night.
Oh, that's like the little needle I used to get in this place.
What?
One question, one answer.
Tell me.
Oh, jeez, all right. The doorway had a picture of a stag, and one of its little antler bits was missing.
What did it look like?
It looked just like that, very dark but shiny. And I put it in, the door opened.
I see. Then it is clear what I must do. You will take the onyx stone and you will use it to find Kai.
What? How am I supposed to do that?
That is as far as my knowledge reaches. You must reach that conclusion on your own. But you must do it, and it must be soon.
I'm just getting used to this place.
Leave!
I'm proud that Hank said one question, one answer.
Is that it? You see your voice.
Sorry, you got another?
Yeah, Twinkie gave me this little magnet from the swamp.
Ah, yes. Bringing this back to me along with... Okay,
Fine.
charcoal, release.
My charcoal. Okay.
That's up, Remy. You want it back with the educated scanner? Just ask how the magnet works. They'll no doubt explain what it does, but not why. They can't. And what we've learned about things without explanation? They're endlessly fascinating. This might be the only thing in your collection that's actually a little mysterious. Behold, the working magnet.
Behold the
Yo.
magnet. Mysterious.
It will keep doing its job long after we've all gotten sick of ours. Not so fast, my little swindler.
I don't have the capacity to be fast.
Except when bringing me garbage to turn to gold, you mean. Then you're as quick as a wink. I'm sure you had a fair bit of success with your displays. Or else you wouldn't keep showing up. So my price has, let's say, adjusted to the market. Proud of the hard work I've done. I need 100 lilies up front for now, or it'll be lilies per artifact. I'll throw in a little extra something for your trouble.
100 lilies, huh? I get.
Get out of my way, punk. You're not a punk, though.
A 100 lilies. Hey, Oliver, you wouldn't have anything in your toolbox that could handle something like this, right?
Oh my bud, that's quite the stone you got there. I don't think any of my regular tools are going to be of any use with that. But I do have something a little bit better, more heavyweight. Give it here. Maybe the old jeweler's kit can cut through it. Oh, would you look at that? Went right through it like a butter knife through,
Keys?
No, that's not it. Anyway, bud, here's kit's going to get you through the hardest stone you need. I can't let you have it for nothing, I'm sorry. It's already cost me an arm and a leg. You can get it from my shop if you find some place you need to use it.
Any of those what I need. Find a use. Never seen it. Very.
You're warm. You got the right idea, but you're in the wrong area.
Here it is. Dangerous path lies ahead. If this game had combat, that would mean something.
Ooh. Danger, eh?
You're going to be asked to furnish some very dangerous rooms.
You're gonna have to fight a moose.
Oh, look. Giant bird.
Oh my god. Who's Kai?
I guess that'll be me. Hello.
Hey there. Nice birdie.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything, I swear.
You did. More than you know.
I don't even know how to do that.
Do not be alarmed. You are not in danger.
But the thing said it was a dangerous path.
Not any more than you were a minute ago.
Oh, okay. So, I am in danger.
In a sense, life itself implies the presence of danger in its permanence.
I am not the right bear to talk to about these things.
But you are the only one here. The only one that could ever be here.
I'm only here because of the fox telling me to be.
Ah. Eris. Shoot.
No, more like yelling at me for no good reason, but still.
A worthy counterpart, Eris. Excuse me as I draw my breath for a moment. There. Thank you.
What do you mean about Eris?
Eris provided the stability for the world while I was indisposed. Even though her methods are her own, it was enough to ground reality in my absence.
Where were you?
I was right here, unable to leave. I had been weakened and imprisoned over the course of years. Until you found me. Until you found me. Before this world would have been plunged into disarray. Not a simple chaos that thrives within its own disorder. That would eventually balance itself out. That was a complex cycle of cruelty and death orchestrated by another god. Fine. The embodiment of violence. He had found a way to lure humans to a false sense of power, permitted through his own potential.
Permeated.
Oh, okay. Humans are the perfect vessels to imbue with a deceiving dominance. So the violence spread and Fine grew stronger. As luck would have it, it was also humans that provide the opposing force required. Leading to a boiling energy that eventually had no more space to accumulate. And as such, erupted.
The night of the fire.
Correct.
Was that why it happened? Were you there? Wait, did you see any bears? Did you see my brother?
Gods don't usually involve such a multitude of inquiries.
Sorry, yeah, I knew that.
One question. Okay, he did a thing. The conflict began after the sun had set. A clear night had fallen over the valley. The darkness settled over the humans, animals, and nature in this corner of the world. The tension that had been building up over days and months and years was not visible, but perceptible. Without a moment of hesitation, the violence erupted. Brutality and rage exploded with savage momentum, engulfing everything in their path. Humans fighting each other, answering violence, with little regard for any of their surroundings. Invisible to the mortal eye, my confrontation with Fine had begun. A celestial skirmish that would determine more than just the outcome of the clash. It would define the shape of this world and its immediate future. If violence and pain would continue to reign, there would be little left to share between either human, animal, or the gods. Either. I did, however, catch a glimpse of someone else in that moment. Your brother was indeed present at the time of our conflict.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat up these guys myself.
His was a valiant effort to aid the victims of this wave of violence. But his outer shell proved too fragile to endure the brutality that ensued. Indeed, Fine struck with a force so powerful almost nothing could confront it. In the aftermath of our clash, everything turned white as if struck by lightning. Dead dark, as if that had been the last sliver of light to ever exist. The battle had no clear winner, only unmistakable losers on all sides. I don't know what Fine's fate was, but I do know he did fare slightly better than I had, only just. I collapsed here at the top of the hollow gate, too weak to rise. I know Fine still had some residual strength, for it was he that imprisoned me in these onyx shackles. And to make sure I could not leave by any means, he locked me behind his stark sorcery, placing the onyx bond at the entrance as an unbreakable bond, the mirror of his youthful innocence. And so this is where I began my slumber, trying to recover what little power I could, until someone somehow could break the stone and break the curse. Until just now, when someone somehow did manage to break the stone and free from my shackles. Please allow me another moment to draw my breath. And to curse myself for I knew I had a feeling Fine was the boost. Foot and mouth, GC.
Nothing to loot up here.
Hey, so you know that old writing adage of show don't tell?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
my thoughts on this is that they could definitely put this into the game easily, because that's basically sort of how Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley do this kind of thing with uh, forces and supernatural stuff that's just barely outside the context of the actual gameplay. Like, you can do that, but what they've done here is they've just back-ended all of it. They just stuck it onto the end of the game instead of, like, interweaving it.
I'm even just
odd.
thinking about this scene in particular where they're talking about your brother, and it's just like, just let us play as the brother running through a burning forest for like 5 minutes. Like, just do that. That'd be so much better.
But then his brother would probably
Or,
be smoking there.
or you could just introduce the mystery at the beginning of the game instead of just doing it right now, and then 10 minutes later you find out what happened.
You know, it feels
Uh-huh.
like they wanted to make like 2 different games. Anyway,
I'm trying to come up with something, but
I don't know
I'm
why
fed
they
up.
needed to wait until like right now at the very end of the game to like suddenly dump all of this stuff. What's gonna happen now?
That is not ours to know, but only the universe's. Have now been freed from an existence convicted to slumber.
Literick says, of course, this means the next part of the game is that you have to build and manage a temple for these gods. See, that would be another way to do it.
yeah.
So this game is becoming house pets. A fate I could have never avoided on my own. Tears. But hindsight is best left to die alone. You have done well, young bear. Better than would be expected of you. Better than most. I thank you. Oof.
Achievement unlocked. Freedom. Okay.
The skies have cleared. The burden of the dark is slowly lifting. The light is free to dance once more. I grieve for your brother's life as I do all souls that have taken prematurely. But I'm grateful for your heart, as it has achieved an ambition greater than its promise. And that does indeed fill my own. Great purpose.
Okay.
Game over. Fane wins.
Like, what I want to see, here's how it would specifically go, is brother would be running through the forest and you're playing as him, and you find people along the way and you're like talking to them and you're just like, go this way, down by the brook, it's safe, follow the brook. You know, the one that runs by your house. And then he comes upon like a bird's nest, and there's a single egg in there, and he scoops the egg up and he rescues it or whatever. And he goes along a little further and he sees a little cardboard box that says "Puppy's free to good home." And there's this little black and white little puppy with like maybe a coat or something on. And he rescues that puppy and brings it back. And then it keeps going, and then we don't need to be described what happens at the end or whatever. And it's just like, oh, then that also explains why Will and what's her name are in your home. Because your brother saved them from the fire when they were babies. Like, it would tie it all together.
Mm-hmm. But even then, that doesn't like solve the backloading issue.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure that you should like know all this backstory from the start, or at least it should be sprinkled throughout the story as you go along.
So the 5 gods they talked about, there is a statue for at least 3 of them throughout the map. And it should be that those statues should give you some actual information about the gods. And then you're like, okay, you have this idea of, oh, the animals have this pantheon they worship. They believe that they do these certain things. And then, right, like, by the time you get to Winterberry or something, you're just like, oh, wait, these gods are real. And then, like, the bigger stuff starts playing out over Winterberry and Pinefall.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of a few ways to like integrate stuff, but you guys basically covered it, and that probably would have been better. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad game. It's just, yeah.
It actually says pseudo-mystical bullshit apropos of nothing tacked onto the end of a game has become somewhat problematic in a lot of indie games. It's like, it's not a bad story. I like it. It's just not very well told.
Yeah.
Yes, it's presentation, not content. That's the issue. Because it's like, even here, if you go southwest from your home, and you go to the left a bit, there's the moose statue, so that's the god of violence and apathy or whatever. And then if you go even further to the bottom left, there's your brother's grave.
Yeah, and it doesn't tell you anything right here. There's no reason that this needed to be kept from you.
Yeah.
It should,
Like,
if you're going to be doing a mystery, you need to introduce all the elements early.
yeah, you can't have this start and resolve in less than 60 minutes.
Mhm.
Especially for a video game that is not satisfying. And again, I just can't get over how much that last scene with the scene with Eris and then the scene with the bird god is just telling you stuff instead of like letting you do anything.
Yeah. It's.
I wonder if and this is just something I figured while we were playing this. I'm wondering what happened is that people start asking, well, what are these pieces here for? And they're like, well, here you go. They
Maybe
put
they
it in
ran
the last minute.
Maybe they ran out of budget.
Or they didn't. I think
there's something weird there, where it feels like there's definitely something behind the scenes that caused this sort of issue.
Well, I just take it from the way this game was being played, and that's my theory is at this point is that they were like, we can't let them go unanswered, but like you said, it was just thrown in at the last minute, like, here you go. Really sloppy though.
They had an idea for a story, they had an idea for a game, and they tried to put them together, and they didn't really know how to intermix them.
I mean, maybe I don't know if they'll ever update this game after that, but yeah, the pacing that got to be fixed. Otherwise, it would have just.
Indie games just do that. You have a whole ass game, and then suddenly unrelated exposition stapled onto the back end with no relevance to anything we've been doing. That's like, some people like accuse Night in the Woods of that, but I think Night in the Woods does a very good job of building up to that.
Yeah, they integrated stuff from that. It was subtle. You know, it wasn't very.
Like, it does take half of the game to get to the point where it does start building up, but you still have an entire half of a game to go, where the tension just keeps slowly building over all that time. And it's not like the first half of the game has no foreshadowing. There's a little bit of it here and there, especially with the arm. Okay, I need to talk to someone else. I haven't seen the credits yet. I don't even know the game's done if I haven't seen the credits.
Oh, actually, it says you gotta go back and check Charlotte.
That's something different.
Oh. You wanted to know what the jewel box was used. I can't really think of anything really for that we missed.
game ended and none of the characters actually knew it, including the protagonist. Oh. I was called it. Things.
Sorry, guys.
If you had anything else to say.
I don't know. There's things you can change and things you can improve, but none of those changes or improvements take 0 time and 0 effort.
Okay.
So
I'm out of ideas.
yeah, it
Are you
feels
looking for
me-
the next story thing or
Yeah.
what? Oh no, there is no more story thing. That was it.
That what? So it just stops
You
like that?
you started the game with the nightmare with the owl, and you ended the game by finding what that nightmare was about. The end.
we don't find out about the deer.
Nope, there is no deer. The fox and the owl are the only ones that you get to see in person. The deer you only get to see
I
in
didn't
that one
expect
shot
to
of
see
him.
any of the other ones. I just expected to get an ending screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say not having that is, well, it's somewhat bad form.
I was expecting him. I love. Oh no, it would be. He would probably be
And
basically.
it's like that's the end of that entire story. We don't see the characters react to any of this. We know that Hank's brother did, but we don't get to talk to Mom about it, see what she thinks.
Is this early access?
Nope.
No, this is the full game.
Alright.
Yeah, at this point, the only thing you can do is get 100%. All the video games, all the museum exhibits, all of the clothes items.
Collect that. I like treasure hunting, but it's gotta be.
This is not treasure hunting. This is doing errands.
Yeah.
Too bad. I mean, they put such great work into the art direction. You know, it deserved a little more. I hate to say that because I know this is a lot of hard work, but me.
I'm right saying we get to see Hank run a park for humans.
I would have probably. I mean, if I were making this, and I know this is me literally sitting in my armchair saying this, but
We're all sitting in our armchair saying this.
That's true. I would have probably ditched the. I probably would have ditched the plot stuff altogether and just made it like focused on the hotel management. You know, made it like.
Yeah.
You disagree?
I think I disagree. I think you could have interleaved it better. The way that I see this game right now is that you do the bed for like the first 90% of the game, and then the breakfast is the last 10%. Because literally, that last part that you're going through is just find a person, give them the food they want. Find a person, give them the food they want.
That should have.
If that was interleaved better with you
Yeah,
discovering
like once
new...
you start doing the kitchen stuff, you should be able to basically start doing cooking, all the cooking things.
Mhm. Also, the only thing I've seen people discuss is the fact that when they showed that picture of the Pantheon, they introduced who all the gods are. One of them is a bear, who I can't remember the name of, or at least he has a name very similar to your brother's name, and he's introduced, and that god is introduced as the god of wisdom and skill. And so there's some discussion of just like, oh, was your brother the physical archon of this god or something like that? Did your brother really die, or did he just ascend back to his godly form or something?
That raises a number of questions, but okay.
Well, because all they found is they found the brother's burned hat and the shirt with the onyx spine in it. And that onyx spine, we found out, went to a door that was a picture of the stag, which was the god that was like creating that fighting and fire that night.
Right.
So the idea is, oh, maybe, you know, the stag recognized that the god was traveling in animal form, whatever, and directly tried to fight your brother. At that point, your brother had to fight on a godly state, and so shed his clothes, became a constellation or whatever, and then fought in the heavens.
As one does.
As one does. Yeah, the story's fine. It's just unceremoniously slapped on at the end. Yes, they're... The ludonarrative consonance is non-existent. I will sit here and use my not game design degree to talk about this. There is no connection between the story and the game.
Weird.
There was, for the parts where you're just like, oh, we're rebuilding the valley, we're bringing people back in. That had good ludonarrative consonance. You were physically doing things in the gameplay of rebuilding these hotels, and that is causing an effect on the story. That is making people come back. That is making the valley become revitalized.
Mm.
And that works. What we needed to see is something like, we have hints of the gods at the beginning, and like Eris said, they're the concentrations of the energies of the universe or whatever.
Yeah.
So we need to find that, oh, maybe bringing the humans back is actually disrupting those energies, or is vibing with them weird somehow, right?
Just
And so
vibing.
now the gods are having to get involved with the fact that Hank is bringing these humans back. Like, maybe it's a bad thing for the gods that the humans are back.
Yeah.
And so you have more and more of these things that are happening where it's just like, oh, you built a bedroom in Crossroads or something, right? And then by the time you get to maybe A24 and you're about almost done with that, you come back to the Crossroads and one of your bedrooms has just been completely destroyed. And somebody says, oh, we saw a large fox come through and just like destroy everything in the cabin. And we don't know why it did that or what happened. We couldn't get its name. We couldn't talk to it or anything. And, you know, later on you find out it was Eris trying to stop the humans from staying at your hotels or whatever.
Mm.
Again, like, there are things that can be done, none of which takes zero effort or time, but it's like,
Yeah.
they could have been done still. Just makes me think of the phrase I heard like the other week. It's not a deadline unless somebody's life is on the line.
Yeah. Not deadline unless somebody dies.
I have 120 silk sheets now. Let's see how that's we build.
Do you think they could have or should have tied it into Barbara's story? No, I like the idea that Barbara was trying to do something for selfish reasons, and then Hank would figure out something that goes beyond her, a bigger deal than what she's trying to do. Then it makes, I think, the fact that she betrays you in a way doesn't sting as bad, because now you're focused on the bigger subject, right? You're focused on this issue with the gods and whatever, and you're not so worried that she betrayed you. Because as is, it feels like they ran out of story and we're like, now what? Also, we want to put this idea in the game and then just appended it. I mean, yeah, that's most certainly what it seems to have been. I had an analogy for this of somebody trying to like put you new things into a development environment the other day as like a shower thought. Is somebody hands you an apple and they allow you look over the apple in your hands, you move it left and right, you feel how weighty it is, you look at the color of it, you see the shape of it, and then you give them the apple back. Then they take a knife and they cut the apple in half, and then they take a pear and they cut a slice out of the pear. They put the pear's slice between the two halves of the apple, and then they give that whole thing back to you. And they say, make this apple look exactly like it did before, but the pear slice still needs to be there. And you're just like, how?
Then you
So
take
you have-
that pear and apple, just really in their face, like, hey, you like that? That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
But it's like in that analogy, you have to like carefully cut a recess into the middle of the apple to like fit the pear slice inside the apple, and then like seal it back together and make sure the two halves of the apple line up perfectly that you can't even see the seam anymore. And like, it feels like that's a lot of what dev work is sometimes. Is you're just like, I have to make a thing that has a change in it, but then hasn't changed. Which is probably what happened here. They made this whole hotel system. They kept building it up and building it up and building it up, and then they're like, oh, we should make a game out of this. And then they're like, hey, we want to add these story elements. And then they were just like, how do we take apart the building thing we have in order to add story elements into the middle of it? And they couldn't figure it out, and they had to release.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bear and Breakfast Devs, if you need help trying to figure out how to fill this together, call me. I'm available for consulting.
Or we've been like trashing him. Call me. They do have a Discord apparently. I'm sorry, Miller. Go ahead.
No, I'm not been trashing them.
I'm exaggerating. I'm just teasing you.
When I try to critique things like this, I try to make sure it's never just "this is bad" and then that's the end of the sentence.
Miller, why are you a monster? Why are you just,
It's only you can only give a valid critique if your critique is "this is not good. Here's why. Here's how it could be better."
Well, you gotta just like crush all their feelings and just be
It's all about being constructive.
Funny thing is, I'm on the site. And they don't really give any indication up front that it's anything other than management. Like it says,
Yeah,
and the woods are making a kooky noise. That's it.
that's fine. I think for what you want for like a splash art or whatever, yeah, you don't want to say anything more than just it's a hotel management game. Like that is what it's being sold as. We're discussing the finer details here of how the game delivers its story. How are you gonna fit the new appliances into that tiny bathroom?
Oh, we just said midnight, by the way.
Oh, so we did.
I don't know if that's even possible. Let's see.
The studio that made this is Romanian.
Uh-huh. Yeah, remember that. Because we were talking about, like, why is it called A24? Like, what country uses A to name its highways? Because I was thinking, I'm like, oh, is it like Australia? Like Australia Highway 24? Like, that would make sense.
I wouldn't have known. I mean, I would have guessed like the UK.
Yeah.
But
Add a little bit more room. Finish that.
nice.
Age pants.
You did it, Rick. You got pants.
Did it.
50 guess and title.
And their rating does not matter, just that you have 50 guests.
Anyway, we are done for.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming out and watching us finish up Bear and Breakfast.
Indeed.
I think we've said
Yeah.
enough about our opinions on it.
Yeah. It was bear, and then it was breakfast.
Now we just gotta figure out what to have for lunch.
Yeah. And on that note, good night, everybody.
Night night.
Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.
Good night.